بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه وبعد. So today, inshallah, most likely today we will finish the first juz of the Quran, inshallah. And I was just talking with Brother Asad. We said, inshallah, once we are done with Surah Al-Baqarah, those who are the most regular to the Halaqa, they will get a certificate from Masjid Aisha, certificate of attendance, okay, of Tafsir, Surah Al-Fatiha and Al-Baqarah. And then we'll have another certificate probably after we finish Ali Imran and An-Nisa, and so on and so forth. So, if you stay consistent, inshallah, till the surah, so it's very likely that you will get your certificate, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. Okay, I think we got to the point where we can start. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala takes us now in history, in human history, before the time of the Israelites, before the time of Bani Israel. What's the background of all of this? What's the background? So, we said throughout Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first classifies people into believers, disbelievers and hypocrites. Then Allah presents the message of the Quran, which is, O humanity, worship your Lord. Then Allah shows where the ones who receive it well, where they end up in paradise. The ones who refuse it, they end up in the hellfire. Then Allah starts talking about the human experience with the revelation. So Allah gives us the example of the children of Israel and how they received the revelation when it came to them through prophets and messengers. Okay, Bani Israel, or the children of Israel, or the Israelites, who are some of the messengers that were sent to them? Some of the messengers who were sent to the children of Israel. Yes, sister? Ismail was before. Who were sent to the children of Israel, to the Jews? Which? Musa alayhi salam, Moses, yes. Who else? Yahya was sent to the Israelites, the children of Israel. Yes, Yahya. Who else? Isa alayhi salam also was sent to the children of Israel. Yes. Huh? Zakaria, yes. Zakaria was one of the prophets of Israel. Excellent. Yes. Speak up. Prophet Yahya, yes. We said that previously. Who else? What can you think of? Dawood alayhi salam. And who else? Who's the son of Dawood? Sulaiman alayhi salam. Sulaiman is a prophet and he's the son of Dawood, the prophet. These were sent to the children of Israel. Okay? They received many messages, but these are the most notable names. Okay, before them, before all these prophets and messengers, there was Ibrahim alayhi salam. There was Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, where did he grow up? Which part of the world did he grow up in? Where did he grow up in?
Babylon.
Very good. Very close to Babylon. In Iraq. He was in Iraq, yes. Very close to where Babylon is, yes. He was brought up in Iraq. And what's the name of his father? The name of the father of Ibrahim? Azar. It's in the Quran. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ لِأَبِيهِ آزَرَ أَتَتَّخِذُ أَصْنَامًا آلِهَةً. Ibrahim said to his father, Azar. Azar. So Azar is the name of Ibrahim's father. Okay. Azar, was he a believer? He wasn't a believer. What was he worshipping? Idols, yes. He actually used to make the idols. He used to carve them in stone and make the idols, okay, and sell them. So he was some sort of the priest of idol worshipping. He was their sheikh. So Ibrahim, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided him from a young age. So Ibrahim says to his father, why do you worship these stones, these idols? They don't benefit you, right? But remember the pagans, they always have a reason. They have a reason to do something. They know these are stones, but they are worshipping them. Why? Because they think they resemble righteous people. They resemble righteous figures. So they think they have a sanctity. Why? Because they resemble righteous people who died previously. So that's why they revered them and they elevated them to a level of divinity. Okay, so Ibrahim a.s. told them, these things don't benefit you. They don't benefit you. Why do you worship them? So his father said to him, this is a red line, you don't cross it. You don't talk to me about this. So Ibrahim a.s., what did he do? He realized he can't win with his father. Yes. One of you, any of you, go ahead. You need to speak up.
I think he destroyed the idol.
Yes, so what did he do? His people, one day, they were going out for hunting or for something outside of the town. And they usually take him with him as a young man. But he said, I'm not feeling well today. I'm not. And he meant it. Why? Because he wasn't feeling well about the whole thing. He was getting sick of the worship of idols. But before that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the way, the story of Ibrahim is the story of humanity. Story of humanity. Ibrahim alayhi salam, the first moment Allah guided him, Allah awakened his fitrah. Allah awakened his fitrah. So what did Ibrahim do? He saw people worshipping idols and worshipping different things. They used to, at this time, worship the sun, the moon, the stars, everything. So he looked around and he sees the moon. He saw a star. And he looks at the star and he says, this is shiny. Maybe this, because it's distant, humans, when something is distant and is above, they sort of think it's, mysterious. Mysterious. So it's easy to fall for that. So they considered this is this is a distant thing, so and it's high, there must be something about divinity. So some people used to worship stars. So he said, maybe I should worship this, just like those people. So he was searching. But he saw that the star would sometimes be there in the sky, sometimes he won't see it. So he realized, well, what kind of God is this? Then he saw the moon. And he said, well, the moon looks bigger. There's more radiation coming from the moon. It's shiny. And it's beautiful. So maybe that's what I should worship. And again, by the way, it doesn't mean that probably he thought the moon was God himself, but he could think this was a symbol to God. As the pagans were worshipping stones, thinking these were statues of righteous people, they would connect them to God. So he was thinking the moon was special, so he should worship the moon. That would be the connection between him and the God, the creator of the heavens and the earth. When he saw the moon would appear and would disappear sometimes, and he thought, that doesn't sound like the right way to do it. So he was thinking, when it was daytime, the sun rose, and when he looked at the sun, he said, the sun is much more, there's much more light coming from the sun, and it's obviously bigger than the moon. So maybe that's what I should worship. There's more light coming from it. But again, towards the end of the day, he says, well, it disappears now. So he was in a state of confusion, but that was his fitrah, his heart asking. So what did he do? He just listened to his fitrah. He said, I'm going to give up on everything else. I'm not going to take any kind of input from these people who worship all of these stones, stars, moon, sun, etc. And I'm just going to worship Allah as I know Him, which is the fitrah. I know there is a creator. I know, so he just turns to Allah and that's it. So Allah guides him after that. Allah guides him and sends revelation to him after that. So when Ibrahim a.s. received the revelation and he started knowing the truth, knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is out there and all of these things should not be worshipped, he spoke to his dad and he said, Dad, why do you worship these things? They don't benefit you, they don't harm you, these are just stones. So his father said, don't even mention that. Don't come near that. So then they were going outside of the town, probably for some kind of mission. He said, I'm not feeling well. He stayed at home. And when everyone was out of town, what did he do? He went and he had an axe and he started whacking at those statues, destroying them, cutting them into pieces. Did he destroy all of them?
No.
Did he destroy all of them?
No, he only, no, because he put it one axe on one of them, and when they came back, he saw it on.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, she deserves a gift. Wait, what's your name?
Sabrina.
Sabrina? MashaAllah, she deserves a gift. Inshallah, we'll get you a gift. Right. So, yes, he destroys all the idols except for one, the biggest one of them. And he keeps the axe and he hangs it on the biggest one. Why? He had a plan. He already planned it out. So he thought these people would come and they would see their gods. Sacred. No one could touch them. They're broken. Because they claim, okay, they have some divinity, they have some power. Mysterious power, so you can't mess with them. So here are they, destroyed. And why did he put the axe on the biggest one?
So they would think that the one with the axe on it destroyed all the other ones?
Do you think that they would think the bigger one destroyed the smaller ones? Would they think that? Actually not. He did that. Guess, try, think about it. Why did he put the axe on the bigger one?
That he's the winner.
Still, not the point, yeah.
So Ibrahim would tell them to ask their big God. Why?
Yeah, what's the point behind that?
Prove those cannot do anything, cannot harm.
That's the closest. Imagine he destroyed all of them. No one in town except Ibrahim. Suddenly Ibrahim destroyed them, right?
That's why they want to
Right.
take and ask to the bigger ones.
Do
Go
witness.
ask them.
Yes.
Because
So
that's your God.
Yeah.
exactly. So he wanted to give himself an escape and a point to make an argument. Because if they came and he had destroyed all the idols, they would come. The idols are destroyed. Must be Ibrahim because he used to speak about them, right?
Yeah.
Then they would take him and kill him, and that's it. But he was willing to die. Ibrahim was willing to die for that, by the way. But he said, I'm not going to die or sacrifice myself until I get a chance to make a point, right? So if they see everything is destroyed but one, why not all of them then? That would cause them to question, why not all of them? Why one of them is still there and why the axe is hanging on? So there's no one here to ask except Ibrahim, so they would go and ask Ibrahim, so he would have a chance to make an argument with them. So that's what they did. When they came back, they were shocked. And obviously, what did that do? Because they thought these things were sacred, you could not touch them. If you mess with them, something would happen to you, like a disease would destroy you, or some kind of maybe a lightning would come and burn you up, and so on and so forth, right? They thought something would happen to you. But they were all destroyed, something that shook their faith from inside, their belief from inside. And they thought, okay, قالوا سمعنا فتى يذكرهم يقال له إبراهيم. Who did that? They said, we heard someone who used to speak ill about those things and warn us against the idols. His name is Ibrahim, get him! Get him! But he already had a B plan, a protection plan, which is keep the biggest one of them, so he could accuse them. Why? Because he wants to make an argument with them. He wants to show them the loopholes in their logic. So they say, why did you do this with our idols? Or who did that with their idols? He said, I don't know. Ask the bigger one of them. He seems to be holding the axe and he's intact. There's nothing wrong with him. So probably he did it. Basically, he's playing their game. He says, since you guys think these idols have powers, okay, so it must be the bigger ones. The bigger one, he's the one who destroyed them because he has powers. And since they have powers, you should be able to reason with them and ask them. So they realize now. فَرَجَعُوا إِلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ قَالُوا إِنَّكُمْ أَنْتُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Then when he said that, they turned back to themselves and they said, you are the wrong ones. You are wrong. They realized that their logic was faulty. But still, they don't want to give up on this. Again, arrogance and stubbornness. So they said, because he made a big violation, we will make him a lesson to everyone else. What did they do? What did they do to Ibrahim alayhi salam? The girls are much more active than you today. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Yes?
They made a fire and
Exactly, they lit up a huge fire, ancillary. They want to throw him into this huge fire and burn him, right? So they made this huge fire. They actually, do you know how they put him in the fire? When you build a huge fire, how do you put him in the fire?
We can like throw it.
Let me see, yes.
It's like a big hole.
No, they didn't dig a hole.
This,
Yeah.
they use, I don't know what to call it, but it's like something that is slingshot that they're gonna throw him.
A big slingshot, yes. What do you call this?
Cat.
Catapult. Catapult. Okay? Excellent. What's your name? Sarah. So Sarah, Allah deserves a gift.
They're
again.
both sisters.
Really?
Yeah. Sarah both sisters.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Well done. Well done.
Father is not that smart, but
He must be here now. طيب. خير إن شاء الله. No, MashaAllah, like, as they say in English, chip of the old block. Like father, like son, like daughter. طيب. So that's the story of Ibrahim alayhi salam. So they threw him, so it was a huge fire, they couldn't get close to it, close enough to put him in the fire. So they used the catapult to throw him right into the fire. So what do? He turned to Allah. He turned to Allah. And that shows you that people, when they hold on to a culture or some kind of ideology, they're willing to break all the rules. Even they're willing to break the sanctity of human life. They're willing to break the sanctity of the human. They're willing to kill a person, kill an innocent human being. Doesn't mind. They don't mind. Why? Because that's the problem. When people hold on to an idea, they become fanatics about it. They can justify for themselves to break any rule. Any rule. That's why fanaticism is very dangerous. And any person from any belief, from any ideology, from any background could do that, by the way. Could do that. And what you have today, and you have to be careful about this, now the media in the West, they try to show that that's what Islam is, that's what Islam does. But they hide from us a long history of human history of how every ideology, every nationality, every religion, every cult, every group, they did exactly the same. It's a human phenomenon. When we